Welcome to Go Math Lesson 7.1. Today we're continuing our study of fractions, and our essential question is, when can you add or subtract parts of a whole? And one of the discoveries we made today as we played with some manipulatives and things is that you can add and subtract parts of a whole if they are the same size and if you have a common denominator. And what we're going to do is we're going to write some equations from models. So if we look at our first fraction here, we have 3/5 plus 1/5, and that equals 4/5. Notice we didn't change our parts, they are still in fifths, and we are adding our numerators. Question number 2 is a subtraction problem. And when we look at this one, you have to kind of look and see what they have set up for you. We're starting with 2/3 colored in, and then they're crossing off one piece. The circle in there is to show they're using the whole piece. So they are subtracting one of the thirds, and we end up with 1/3 left shaded. If we look at problem number 4, they put that with a number 1, which means one whole, and they're showing that all of the eighth pieces are the same and that they would all add up to a whole if we had all of them. But again, we still look at just the shaded pieces. We have 5/8 shaded. They're subtracting 3/8, and I see that right here. And that leaves me with 2/8 still shaded. Now we also talked about putting our answers in simplest form. And we know something is in simplest form if the common factor between the numerator and denominator is 1. When I look at my answer for number 4, I know that it is not in simplest form because both are even numbers, meaning they would both have a factor of 2. Oh, hang on, my screen went blank. So I know I would be able to divide by 2/2. And I would end up with 1/4. Either answer, 2/8 or 1/4, and better yet, both would give me a correct solution. One of the key pieces to solving these and that we want to keep in mind is that we have to have parts that are the same size when we start with a problem. If I am showing that there are two things that are different sizes, like this one, this is 1/3 here, and this is 1/6, but my whole is a different size. You can see that the whole here is only a trapezoid, while we have this one is this, and it is totally different. So I really can't compare those. This one, I can add the 1/3 plus 1/6 because the whole piece is the same size. Even though they're broken up into different piece numbers, this one is only broken into thirds and this one is broken into sixths, I know that they are able to be put together because the whole is the same size. That's really important to keep in mind as you look at these problems. I hope these tips help, and good luck.